you know what? I don't even know why not.
Exactly.
We
Why not? At
we
this
shut
point?
down PBS for this. I guess it's worth it.
Did you see Elmo's last tweet, bro?
No.
Well, Elmo put out a tweet
Elmo's-
basically saying like that he doesn't have a job anymore. It
No.
is so sad.
Are we winning yet, bro?
I'm-
This is the economy we're living in, where Elmo gets laid off, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? What in the? That's insane.
He put out I don't know if it was on like Twitter or X or whatever the hell you call it, or LinkedIn or something.
Yeah, on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn,
would
bro.
be insane.
It would be nuts.
Where fucking Elmo is like,
on LinkedIn.
is anybody looking for a job? Yeah.
He was just saying like, like he's optimistic, but yeah, he doesn't have a job anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, that's nuts.
Elmo on LinkedIn, bro, would
Look,
be
yeah,
insane.
I just know Oscar the Grouch out there, like
would never
how
get a
the
job.
turntables. You know?
I would never get a job, bro, if I knew that Elmo was my competition. That's insane.
Yo.
That's absurd, bro. I don't know.
Nah. A legitimate intro.
Like a legit intro would be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We gotta work on that.
Yeah, we do. I try to have ChatGPT do it, but it fucking suck.
What's up, guys? Welcome back, episode 21. Papas y Platicas here with my boy Christian.
Yes. Also co-host. Like, why are you bringing me down like that, bro?
My co-host, CFO of Papas y Platicas.
I'm saying though.
Co-CEO. He wears a lot of hats.
Yeah. This today a New York hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are in our backup studio because
this is for the old original listeners.
Yes,
I think they
the OG.
know where we're at. We're back at we're in my house today because we got a lot going on, and I figured why not? Let's throw a little episode. The people need to hear us. No more live streams for now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they're a lot of fun though. I do love streaming. I mean, it's just having people come in and tell us what they want to hear, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like have conversations and it's awesome. I really do enjoy it. I don't mind doing it.
It's fun. I enjoy it. But it is also good to see you in person, bro. You know, it's weird because I work from home. I see everyone through a screen.
Okay,
I need to remember that like people exist in this world outside of like a screen. So,
right. I mean, that makes sense. I don't blame you. I think that's the hardest part of working from home is that at some point you're going to be like, I need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I think at some point I'd probably work from like a Starbucks or something, right? I'd just take my laptop with me and be that asshole.
Yeah.
At McDonald's for 10 hours.
I thought about it, but I also need two screens. Like if I have just my laptop, I'd lose my mind. You know, like flipping through like different tabs. Like, I'd lose it. But yeah. So it is nice to get out the house. You know, I started to get cabin fever and
of course. I can see it, bro. The walls start changing colors. The anime figures start talking to you.
They start talking to me, yeah. The other day, Itadori is like, "What's wrong, Christian?" I'm like, funny you should ask Itadori.
I think Madara was right. Like, is it just me, guys?
I mean, facts, Madara was
right.
But neither here nor there.
He's like, that doesn't have to do anything. I just know he was right.
I know he was right, yeah.
I forgot the hell we were talking about for the pause.
I forgot what we were fucking talking
Sorry,
about.
guys, we had to pause it real quick. Get a quick intervention. But yeah, dude, welcome back. We're here. We're starting things off. Before we get started, I just want to say thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate all the support, all the comments, all the hate, all the love. It's been great.
Showing up for the live streams when we have them. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And please keep it coming. So please remember to like, subscribe, share. You know, even if you have something negative to say, put it in the comments. I'll argue with you. I have time sometimes.
We've been getting a few hates.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Is it on YouTube or TikTok?
Both.
Oh,
so I can't even be like, maybe it's one guy messing with us.
Screenshot it and send it to me. I have a reply.
It'll be like something like, oh man, they need to make podcast equipment more expensive. Like shit like that. So it's kind of funny. I'm not even
I take that more personally because I can take an insult. I can't take being out funnied.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
And then there's another guy on YouTube that was like, which whatever, they're probably not gonna see this, but they were like, yeah, maybe not everybody needs a podcast. And I was like, all right, not as funny, more asshole.
Yeah.
You at least gotta crack a joke.
I've heard that one before. You know, like, come on, be a little more unique.
Right. Ceci tells me that all the time.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if you're gonna attack me, make it funny, make me laugh a little bit.
So it is kind of fun. But we do get, we get a lot of love. We get a lot of love even from strangers. I mean, you know, that comment, hey guys, we love your content. My sister's my biggest fan. My mom be hearting every time I post a TikTok. My mom is like the first person to post on there. Hearts.
Appreciate you, Mama Monster.
Are awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. You know, Dr. Fanta, my wife. not that I didn't mean to put him before her, but in this instance,
but I'm just saying that
he
fan
has
to be showing up.
I mean, he has to be. He's showing up,
or she. I don't know who.
I don't have to send. Oh, true. We don't have to send Dr. Fan a link. That's all I'm saying. Hey, watch this.
He's clicked that bell. He's clicked that bell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's clicked that bell. He's like, subscribe, and
yeah,
he's ready to Patreon. But yeah, guys, sorry to keep this long. I just want to say thank you guys. If you guys want to see this podcast, or you want to listen to us, we're on YouTube, Apple Music, what's the other one? Spotify. We're on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok if you want to see some slightly more edited versions of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we get started, I just want to talk about. Well, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about, dude. I don't know if you heard about Valeria Márquez.
Yes.
It's been
briefly
pretty intense conversation going on about what's going on with her. Influencers are shocked.
Well, let's recap it real quick as to what actually happened, right? So I think you're a little closer to the story, so feel free to correct any of the details that I get wrong.
Where's she from?
Mexican.
Did they say what state? I'm pretty sure it's like Monterrey, probably.
No, in Jalisco.
Sopopan. Oh yeah, she's from Jalisco. Yeah.
Famous for their cartels.
Well, yeah. I mean that's
all of Mexico.
Is there a state that isn't? I don't.
It's like an NFL team to them.
Right.
But no, so essentially she was an influencer, won like a beauty contest over there, something rostro, which is like face, like beautiful face or something.
Beautiful face, yeah.
So she won it, then became an influencer after the fact. So just influencer stuff like self routines and like skincare and all this and that.
Yeah.
And one day she was in a salon, with her friend live streaming when someone came in to drop off a package, and apparently in the live stream she was very concerned. She was like, why aren't they just leaving it there? Like, why are they trying to come in? Like, are they going to kidnap me or whatever? And next thing you know, she just gets shot on the live stream.
Right.
And so right now there's a whole bunch of like hullabaloo is like, why? Like it seems like out of nowhere. Some people are blaming the cartel. Some people are saying like, oh, like it was her best friend at the time, or a number of things,
It is very weird because typically, I mean, I'm going to be honest, dude, if you don't get involved in that lifestyle, they leave you alone for the most part, unless you have hella money and they want it from something from you. But even my family, they'll tell you just as long as you
just mind your business.
Mind your business. Don't get involved in any of that, and they're not going to bother you. So there's really, I don't understand unless she got involved with that. You know what I mean? But if you keep watching, and this is something the internet has been saying that they're kind of, which I don't know. I'm not trying to say I solved the case. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a little more than internet research. We don't want another Boston Marathon issue, right?
Yeah.
But they're saying that they think the friend did it, the best friend, because in the podcast, in the video, not only so right after it happens, the friend just like nonchalantly walks up, picks up the phone, cuts the live stream, and I'm like, you just witnessed your best friend get murdered.
Yeah.
Why are you? I'm not gonna. It's hard to say how someone would react in an insane situation like that, but damn, dude,
seems sketchy.
That seemed very much like not even like. I don't know, man. Yeah. That was such an insane reaction to like almost like none. Some psychopath shit. For real.
Like I did see the video. It's out there in the interwebs. You gotta kind of dig for it.
You do.
And you see her like face come up on the live stream, and she just picks it up like almost like expressionless. It's kind of nuts. I don't know. Again, just me.
Right.
If someone will walk through that door, shoot you 3 times, I'm freaking the hell out. I'm jumping out this window.
You get up and turn the live stream on. I mean, pause it, turn it off, upload it.
Yeah.
Excuse me real quick.
Excuse me real quick. Like, this is going to do numbers, my guy. Like,
Yeah. Exactly. There's going to be some reaction.
Yeah. Like
there was zero.
I'm not even thinking about the live stream at that point. Like, I'm out the back door. Like, am I going to get hit for like being in the room? Like, I'm a witness. I think
that would be the first thing. Like, in my next, like, whoa, what the fuck? Am I gonna get killed for being a witness? Like you said. And if you watch the video, they ask her, hey, are you this person? And she's like, yeah. And then that's when it happens. But she looks very lost, very confused. So I don't know. It's very quick. I don't know. The video's super short, right? And it's just a lot of people in the comment sections were saying like the friend was cheating on her boyfriend or some shit. I don't know. There's a lot of drama. Obviously, the internet could be full of shit.
Yeah.
They could be making up stories, narratives,
I mean,
just to
it's the internet.
right? So who knows? But it's all over the world, and it's all over TikTok. It's all over because I'm heavily on Mexican TikTok, so I be getting this shit, left and right,
straight into the veins,
straight into it from the source, bro. Like from the cell
none of that
phones.
watered down, filtered Mexican TikTok
yeah,
stuff.
I don't get Fox News, bro. I get, Ed Fox.
They still have the accent and everything.
El Sorrillo, that's his name on TikTok, bro. For real, it's crazy. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people were worried about it. They're scared, I mean, there's always a lot of that. You always have the risk of people going ape shit, and it always happens to and it does happen to a lot of women. You know what I mean?
No,
that they
does.
specifically get targeted for some bullshit. Look what happened to Bjork. I don't know if you remember, from the 90s. This crazy ass dude was filming himself with a picture of her, he was making these crazy ass videos about how much he loves her and he wants to be with her and this. Who are we talking
about right now?
Bjork. Yeah, she's an artist from the 90s. She's some European
okay.
I think she makes alternative music, indie alternative. Anyways, and he was just kind of going crazy, and he got to the point where he shaved his head. He was recording everything on VHS. This is before cell phones, so you got to be dedicated. To be doing all
that's crazy.
that.
You got the VHSs
you got to go to the store and buy more tape. You know what I mean?
You got to date them as when they were recorded and whatnot.
And it got to the point where he shipped a package to her, unalived himself.
Yeah,
and in the package was a bomb. He was gonna, and I think there was someone else, and it was late or they intercepted. There's a reason why they weren't able to get it in time, so it saved their life or something like that. And I was just
crazy.
And I mean, like I said, you hear so many aspects. That one YouTuber lady that was getting big, and that dude tracked her down. Obviously, don't put your location, man.
Obviously, but it doesn't even matter.
No matter who you are.
Since we're just going down this trail of crazy stuff that's happened to famous women, the whole Miranda Cosgrove thing.
That's right. She had a stalker.
She had a stalker that was in her backyard for days. He would just show up, eat a sandwich, dig a hole. It was wild. He ate a sandwich or something. They found a lunchbox back there,
Yeah.
And it just so happened that one day he was at the house and a car that looked like hers passed by and he shot at it or something, and then murked himself in the house. And later on she gets a call because I think she was at her friend's house and they're like, hey,
this dude just
is this Miranda Cosgrove? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, there's someone dead in your house, and they watched the security videos and that's how they found out he was in the backyard for days. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane, man. I mean, that's just stalkers. I've been hearing some crazy stories. I think the same thing happened to David Spade.
Really?
Where somebody broke in. I think it was his ex-assistant broke into his house and tried to kill him or something like that. And I was like, oh, what the fuck, dude?
Look, I still think that's insane. I am not condoning that. But at least there's a relationship there. It makes a little bit of sense, right? These people, they develop these parasocial relationships with someone they've never met. This man has never talked to Miranda Cosgrove. I guess he was just a big fan of iCarly. I don't know.
But I mean, it's so hard because that's the problem with putting yourself out there on the internet, doing something like this. I'm not saying we're going to be big or whatever. We are big, but people that watch us or podcasts or any podcast, when you share enough about yourself or not even personal details, but who you are, people, begin to think, that's what they make money on, right? Yeah. They feel like these are my friends. And not me, you guys are all my friends, but I'm
actually quite literally. I think it's
I'm pretty sure
this, so thank you.
Friends, but I'm just saying they start to feel like they know these people, and and you see it in smaller cases too. That podcast I watch, Savi's World, he gets people to call in with their problems.
Yeah.
And some people call in with some crazy ass messages, as if acting like they know this dude, insulting him, they're thinking they're cool, and they're like, bro. He calls him out. He's like, I don't even know you. Why are you talking to me like that? What's wrong with you? You fucking asshole, dumbass piece of shit. Just shits on him. But I see it all the time. They just think because they listen to you talk, they think they personally know you, and they don't understand. A lot of people online, especially actors and TV shows and stuff like that, that's a character you're putting up. You know what I mean? It's not who they really are. That's scary, man. I don't know. It sucks. It's been happening forever. Shit happened to John Lennon. Look at that motherfucker years ago.
Yeah. He got murked out in the streets.
Yeah. So
for some reason, I thought he said John Legend initially, and I was like, what happened to John Legend, bro? Then I was like, Lennon. Damn it. Yeah,
no, not John Lennon. Yeah. So it's crazy, man, and it's already. I don't know, man. That sucks.
No, I agree. I think it's crazy and it's nuts, but I mean, honestly. Women get the worst part of it, bro. I feel like there's a lot of crazies out there. So I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to minimize what men go through at all, obviously.
Right.
But it is not equal. Like,
no,
Jesus,
not, man.
like this girl got murdered in like
Right.
cold blood, and like there's just so many cases of like, you know, people getting doxxed and people like showing up to like women's houses because they think they know them, and it's just like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
it's one thing to like get robbed, right, or I'm about to get stabbed or something, and it's another thing to like these people like physically obsess over your the idea of you, fantasize, fetishize your, and like I don't know, man, like I don't want to wear your skin essentially.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I mean? Like it's just it's absurd, man. You're walking down the street, I'm worried about, okay, I'm probably gonna get robbed, and I promise you that's like the last thing women are worried about, right? And it sucks, man.
I know there is a lot of people out there that will like try to justify this behavior by saying like, oh, like they're influencers, they should expect some level of like, you know, interaction from fans like in the outside world. It's like, yeah, maybe, but like that doesn't give you a right to harass anybody. You know, I don't care how famous you are, you're entitled to your privacy.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there is a level of like you're in the public eye, but at the same time, you're still a person, man. Like that's still your job. You know?
No, I agree. I mean, it's definitely something you need to consider, bro. If that's not, you don't want to be in the public eye, then, you know, maybe that's not the route you want to go. But I agree completely. There's people, they're still human, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if they tell you, hey, man, not today, hey, whatever, you know, and a lot of celebrities do a great job of trying to entertain people anyways. But I don't know, man. That's why I don't know. I feel like if I ran into a celebrity, I don't think I'd say anything. I'd be like, oh, shit, that's what's up. You know what I mean? It's because... Man, I don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? I'm at work and people come up to me and start talking to me, and I fucking get mad. I hate it. Like, bro, leave me alone.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, a lot of times, if I ain't doing shit, right? But if I'm busy trying to do something, and they're like, what's that movie? The Office Space.
Office
They're
Space.
like, so how you doing? You know, that
water cooler
bullshit,
talk and stuff.
right? I'm like, bro, please leave me alone. But so I get it is what it is. Unless you're just like, it's got to be an inviting scenario, but I don't think it ever is, right? Nobody ever wants to be harassed.
No one wants to be harassed. And then I don't know. I think certain celebrities are better at it than others. You know,
of course.
And also time and place. You know, if someone's out there eating with like their family and stuff, leave them the hell alone.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it in front of their kids or family. Yeah, I'd be like, bro, I'm not going to harass this guy. If you know we're both in line,
or like at a bar or something, that's a different thing.
You know what I mean?
Like,
by himself, right? Like, hey man, I don't want to bother you, but you know, whatever. Like, I hate you in that movie, by the way. You really,
like
the bills can't be that high. That's all I'm saying. I feel like if I saw an actor, I'd try to find the most obscure thing. You know what I mean? Like Michael in The Office. What's his real name? Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
Like I'd be like, Steve Carell, man, I loved you in that McDonald's commercial that he did like in '87, I think.
Yeah.
Just something like really obscure, you know.
Oh my God.
Because I feel like that really throw them off. Like, what the fuck? Thanks. Big fan, dude. I've been buying McDonald's ever since.
A deep cut right there. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I think they'd appreciate that. Wow, this man is really a fan. You know what I mean?
Either appreciate it or really be creeped out.
Really be creeped out. Probably the creeped out part.
I feel like Steve Carell would laugh about it. You know, like I feel like any comedian would take it as like, that's all right.
Right. Yeah, because I think that's what makes you a comedian, right? Being able to take something silly, like weird, and find the funny
humor in
parts
it.
And the humor in it. Yeah. So I hope I don't, you know, they don't look at me like.
Have you ever seen a celebrity in the wild?
I have never. I don't think I have, dude.
We live in Georgia, which at one point in time was the Hollywood of the South. So they film movies here all the time. That's
very true.
Yeah.
Ceci used to work at there's a station in Fayetteville where they make movies. Yeah,
the Trilith Studios.
Yeah, and she used to clean the bathrooms there.
Oh, really?
She would go in and they're having like when the end game and all that was happening, she would see like the banners and like all this stuff going on. They had like the spread and all this shit. She was like, damn, it was really cool. Like they had all this stuff. That's when someone bought her that tire, like outside. I think it was outside of there or another place. But when she was working there, that's when it happened.
Oh.
So yeah, but I've never. I don't know. Shit, they recorded Endgame at Clayton State.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, did I miss it? Like, I was right here.
Endgame? I know Winter Soldier was at Clayton State. There was
a fighting in the kitchen.
There's one scene in Winter Soldier where ScarJo jumps on top of Bucky's head and just starts like hitting him, and I was like, hey, that's Clinton State. I know that.
Yeah. I'm like, that's my science class. Right there. But they make it seem like an office space. Like this giant tower, but it's really not. It's just like 3 levels.
I think
they did a pretty good job.
They also filmed both Black Panther and parts of Endgame down by Trillet. There's like this big open field where like they do a lot of where the Renaissance Fair is.
Right.
I think it's Sonoya. I don't know.
I mean, that's a big open area.
Yeah, it's a big open area, and like they filmed those scenes there too. So there are a lot of celebrities. I ran into Millie Bobby Brown at dinner one time. Yeah,
I think you told me. Yeah.
Adi went in to like get us a table, like, you know, like, yeah, how long is the wait? And in the parking lot, she bumped into her, and at the time, she didn't realize it was her. And then later, we're sitting there, and I'm like, "Is that Millie Bobby Brown?"
Like, I bumped into the weirdest bald head kid.
Yeah, she stuck her hand out, was very upset. Yeah. But again, she was at dinner with her family, so we didn't go up to her. You know, she had these crazy red boots on. Like, she had like a dress with like a bright red boots.
Well, you know, they're British, bro.
The only reason I know that is because Adi, when she ran into her in the parking lot, was like, she had some weird red boots. What a weird girl. You know? Like,
hey, she's method acting, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. No, it's cool. No, I've never met anybody. I'm not tripping. I don't really care, I think. You know what I mean? It'd be nice. I think I'd rather meet someone I can hang out with rather than, you know what I mean? Like, somebody like, oh, man, I have a beer with somebody. That'd be kind of cool. Rather than, like, I don't know. It's interesting. Because, like, someone like Brad Pitt or somebody like Tom Cruise, I don't know, man.
Oh, Tom Cruise got to be crazy. I've heard he's insane, bro.
I heard he's insane. I heard his charisma level is like 1,000, bro. Like, he's
got to be. He's a short king. He's got to be charismatic.
Yeah,
you know?
I heard he's just, man, you know, incredibly charismatic. Such a nice dude. But
you know who else I met who's incredibly charismatic?
You've met?
I have met.
Oh, shit.
I shook his hand.
Who?
Barack Obama.
Nah.
Swear to God. I met Barack Obama.
He's like, I was the baby he kissed.
Yeah, I was a bit, when he was on the campaign trail. Yeah.
It's a clip of you.
I met Barack Obama. Yeah, I shook his hand and everything. He was a very charismatic dude. I listened to his speech. You know, his wife came out first, talked to us or whatever. Yeah. Also, both very intelligent, like very eloquent in how they speak. First thing Obama says when he comes out, he's like, "Ain't she something, guys?" He's like, "Let that be a lesson. You gotta punch above your weight class." And I was like, I like this guy, man. Like, all right.
Damn, little do you know, man. He just influenced. Yeah, maybe that's what they gotta do. They gotta visit kindergartens and shit. Start them young, bro.
How young do you think I am, bro?
Indoctrinate these kids.
Indoctrinate them. Yeah.
To these leftist ideologies.
Exactly.
Left mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, mid.
A little more mid, but you know, I'll take that over what we got. But speaking about streamers, it's something I did see the other day, again, off of social media, so I just heard about this through a grapevine. I'm not super familiar with details, but have you heard of Amouranth?
Oh, man. Have I? Yeah, I've heard of her.
Jesus
I've done
Christ.
more than her.
Okay, fair. I do not know much about her outside of what she got famous for.
What's she famous for?
Which is for hot tub streams. Like, she was like one of the first people to start doing that. Yes, for those of you who haven't, she is a streamer that does very promiscuous streams. And so here recently, she did a live stream with her husband where they just like argue.
I saw that. That was crazy.
I have argued with Adi before, never to that level.
Yeah.
And second of all, not in front of millions of people, bro. Like,
I mean, I get you trying to make content, but some stuff doesn't. Not everything needs to be online.
Which brings up the question, like, is this real? Are you guys just crashing out for the content?
I mean,
both of them.
Some people take it as like, we're gonna crash out anyways. Might as well make some money off it. But I just feel like, I mean, especially if you feel like the relationship's over.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, man. You know, I think based on what I heard in that situation, she cheated on him, right?
Yeah.
With one of the dudes from the that podcast. It's that fucking red pill where they have like 6 girls and they all like, you just shit on them. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
What do they call it? Alpha male bullshit. Like, they asked the girls like, rate me, and then and then he's like 1, 4, 3, like he's just shitting on the women.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, he's just such an asshole, dude. And I think she went on there, and they bring women up, and they ask them the most obscure like political shit to make them look stupid. And then like, because that's not even their. Why the hell would they know? They're influencers, they're Twitch, whatever. You know, they're not.
They're not expected to know those
right.
things. Yeah.
And then they make them look dumb. And apparently she slept with maybe one of the dudes. I don't think he was on the show. I think he was like a cameraman or some shit. I don't know. And everybody's like, bro, what the hell? This lady just set women back like 1,000
I'm
years.
saying, yo, like out of anyone, like someone from that specific podcast. Again, I don't know what it is, but just from what you told me,
that's
fucking ridiculous.
It's very dumb. Like they literally just bring in hot women and just berate them. I don't get it.
To make themselves feel better.
I don't get it. But I don't get the argument. It's so frustrating because like I see what's going on, and the only clips I've seen is where he's like, "Hey, don't record me," right? And then she's like purposely putting the camera on him because she's, I guess, trying to make content. And then he starts freaking the fuck out, and I'm just like, I can respect that. Like, don't record me, especially when you're arguing. I think, but I would just step away.
Yeah, I would step away.
You there, bro.
Yeah, exactly, 110%.
Like, that was completely.
If she refuses to get off, hey. There's 24 hours in the day, bro. When she gets off, talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you're super el toxico, you know,
go
cut off the power. You know, the power box is right. I'll cut that thing off so quick.
Hey, it's call Xfinity right now.
I'm saying, bro,
disable.
Turn off the router. Out of the millions of things you can do, why sit there and argue? At one point, he like reaches for the keyboard and like, honestly, that seems a little fake. Like he was like feigning to like close it out. Like, bro, Alt F4 is right there. It's not that hard, you know.
Yeah, it's like he's never used the keyboard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and then again, I've only seen parts and clips, so I know half truths of this situation.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't want to come out here and pick a side but it does look insane.
I think they're both terrible.
I think they're both. Yeah, I definitely think she's trying to make some money off a shitty situation, and he's crashing the fuck out.
Well, I think he's honestly, he's there for the ride, bro. Like, he understands that they're making money off of this, and he's just like, all right. Because at one point, he's like complaining about how much less money they make here recently. Also, they have OnlyFans apparently because he brings up like how much.
Yeah, she's an OnlyFans model. I think she makes like $3 million a fucking month or something like that.
Yeah, that's what he was
shit.
saying.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, it's down. Like we used to bring in like 2-3 mil. Now we're down to 1." And I'm like, "Are you trying to get pity?"
Okay. All right, go.
Yeah. So at one point, he's like saying how much less they're making now off of like OnlyFans and he's like, "Yeah, we used to bring in like 2-3 mil a month. Now we're down to like 1.5." And I'm like, are you looking for pity points right now, bro? Month?
A month, bro. Yeah.
Like, that's what leads me to believe, like, yo, like you knew like
what's going on.
Well, not only that, but like that this was gonna get clicks. People were gonna talk about it, and you're all for it because it's like, one, you really only care about the money. Like,
man, you know, it is insane. I think that's an insane amount of money for anyone that's never had money or just money in general. But like a lot of streamers are people that have never had jobs, like real jobs, like dead ass.
True.
So it is tough. I feel like if you're gonna do this, like let's say we do this and it takes off, I don't expect it to last forever. I think unless you're like, you can create a platform and go like the fucking Mr. Beast route or what's his name? The game theory guy where he has like a whole company. Good Mythical Morning has like, you know, they start to franchise and create different channels and, you know, becomes a whole conglomerate of other shit. But realistically speaking, you have maybe 1 to 3 to 4 years of like peaking in content quality, and I feel like you should prepare for that. Like,
that's why you drop a meme coin, cash out,
there you go,
bounce to the Bahamas.
Hawks 2 on it, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's smart. I think a lot of people, like a lot of comedians I follow, a lot of podcasts I listen to, they say the same thing. Like, I'm just trying to do this and for as long as I'm popular, you know what I mean, and then retire somewhere. I think because they know they've been there, and they've had a lot of older people that make it when they're older.
Yeah.
They understand what real life is. You know what I mean? That this is some fantasy. This is like a miracle. You hit the lottery.
Exactly.
And it's not going to last forever. And, you know, you should really be thinking ahead of where can I go with this in the future? But a lot of these younger cats, man, they've never worked a real job. They don't know what it's like. They think, you know, they're pushing. Look at the Backpack Kid, the Katy Perry Backpack Kid who was dancing. with the shark. You don't remember him? He did the
They
towel.
got like real popular out in the way.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds, and he's been chasing that high, dude, for like 6 years.
Yeah,
and he just cannot.
He'll never reach that.
No, because he didn't get famous for something. He didn't get famous for him.
Yeah.
He got famous for
You were a meme.
moment.
Yeah, you're essentially
You're
a meme.
You know?
Like,
and
memes come
people
and go.
don't like you enough to push your content. So he's like, man, he's out there. I think recently someone said that he works like Arby's now or something like that.
Yeah, literally put the fries in the bag, bro.
Literally put the fries, and that sucks, man. That like no one in your life was like, look, hey, man, you need to back up.
Maybe go to school. Do something.
Yeah, unless you can. I'm not gonna lie. What's her name? Hey, Hawk to a chick. It really did surprise me how far she took it.
It really did.
Like from a meme to, and I think people just found her attractive. They thought she was nice, charismatic.
I couldn't go to QT right now and find you 8 other women that look like her.
Right. I'm just saying, I guess it's like a personality thing. They like what she was saying, right? Oh hell yeah.
Yes.
She's a party chick, this and that. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But I can see where she seems fun hanging out around with, right? But not to the point where they may give her like the top 5 podcasts of all time, you know? I don't
like that's nuts.
That's insane. What are they talking about?
Said
I didn't even
one
watch
sentence and like roast up. And I know this sounds as like us coming across as haters.
Yeah, it does.
It does, but like
that's fine. I'll be a hater.
Yeah, for real. Like honestly,
we had to pause for a second, guys. Sorry about that. We kind of forgot where we were, but no, just to sum things up.
It's fine. No, I was gonna say, talking on like, it's insane that this man is like looking for pity points to like earn a shit ton of money, but like kind of pivoting off of that and like talking about like reality stars and live
famous people.
Yeah, famous people, or just being in the public eye. I did want to bring up, did you see the US is thinking about having a game show for American citizenship?
Yeah, so I did see that Christy what's her name? Christy Combs?
No, I don't know. Deportation Barbie?
The head of the Deportation Barbie, yeah. The head of the Department of Homeland Security
has talked to TV producers, according to her. Like
she's talked to the producers of Duck Dynasty.
Is it really Duck Dynasty?
It is Duck Dynasty.
That is nuts.
Which is even worse.
Oh my God.
Were they like, who is the?
I was thinking like I don't know.
Who's the most American show you
yeah.
think of? Pawn Star guy said they couldn't do it. We had to go with Duck
Dynasty. Yeah.
Well, okay. So apparently, from what I hear, the DHS hasn't like responded, or they're not denying or accepting the claim, but they did say that someone has started the vetting process. I don't know if it's the producers or what, for a TV show where they put, I think it's 10 contestants to prove how American they are, and if you win, you get a big gold card.
One thing is like there is something so on flavor for this, it's like just, Trump is the reality star like president, and like now we have an actual like reality show to become a citizen.
It's just absurd, man. Like, what is America? What the fuck are we doing?
What would that game show look like is my question.
What would yeah how like, if you're gonna lift a truck, how high are you going, big dog? 3 inches? Not American.
Do you like electric vehicles? No.
Yeah, the questions are gonna be like, all right, you're gonna have a 6-inch 30 on 35s. Yeah. What's the offset? What's the offset we're talking here? Oh,
yeah. It's like how long is that in centimeters? I don't even know feet. Right. Get this man in. Get this man in.
What's the smoke temp on that barbecue ribs? Come on, man. You can't tell me what the 3-2-1 method is for them ribs.
I don't think we can do
this, bro. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah.
They're gonna ask them, what do you think about your own people? And if they don't answer, hate them. Yeah. Like, nah, so I can't get in.
Yeah. What's the perfect taco? And it better be flour tortilla. What is it? Cheese, grated cheese on beef.
Top. Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah. I don't know, man. I can't think of any. It's absurd, man. I don't really. What the fuck? I don't even know how to feel about it. I think it's insane. I hope it's not true. I hope it's just like a rumor gone awry, but it's been on, I think the Washington Post posted about it. Yeah. How they're starting the vetting process for it. Which, how would you? The United States has a lottery system of like, if you get picked,
if you get it,
like, which is 1 in a billion. What is it? What are the odds? They're like super low.
My thing is like, I'm not mad at it. I don't want it to happen, obviously, but I'm not mad. I'm just like, this seems normal now. This seems like I would be surprised if they didn't float the idea at this point, you know? It's like,
I just don't. What's the point, dude? Like, you know how some games are around to like promote military like propaganda to get people to sign up for the military.
Yeah.
You know, Top Gun was there for the
Mhm.
Navy. I mean, the Air Force. And
Yeah.
what would this do? Get people to sign up for border control? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I want to be one of them guards out there.
What is that?
I'm sure it is some
dude?
absurd idea that Trump thought about because he was had The Apprentice and he was like, I made a lot of money on that show. You know how the U.S. can make a lot of money? We have a reality show.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I think you know what might happen though. It might do the opposite. It might humanize immigrants, right? Personalize.
Maybe
I mean, we are human, but it might be like, well, I love Pedro on, on what the fuck would the name be?
Bro, that's a good question.
Right,
yeah.
Right. The path to U.S. whatever. I love him on there. They can't all be that bad.
Over the border.
Over the border. There you go.
TM. Trademark
that.
I'm one step away from like waiting on real world El Paso, like
I
just
don't
put
know, dude.
like 6 people from Texas and 6 immigrants all in a room. How would they get along? Like,
this might be so stupid. It might work.
I'm saying
might
it
help
might
our
work.
cause.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous, man. But again, not even mad at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah.
You know what? I don't even know why not.
Exactly. Why not?
We shut down PBS for this. I guess it's worth it.
Did you see Elmo's last tweet, bro?
No.
Well, Elmo put out a tweet basically saying like that he doesn't have a job anymore. It is so sad.
Are we winning yet, bro? This is the economy we're living in where Elmo gets laid off, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? What in the fuck? That's insane.
He put out I don't know if it was on like Twitter or X or whatever the hell you call it, or LinkedIn or something.
Yeah, on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn,
would
bro,
be insane.
It would be nuts.
Where fucking Elmo is like
on LinkedIn.
Is anybody looking for a job? Yeah,
he was just saying like like he's optimistic, but he doesn't have a job anymore.
Yeah,
I'm just like that's nuts.
Elmo on LinkedIn, bro, would be insane.
I just know Oscar the Grouch out there like
I would never
how
get
the
a job.
turntables.
I would never get a job, bro, if I knew that Elmo was my competition. That's insane.
Yo.
That's absurd, bro. I don't know.
Nah. Oscar the Grouch got a garbage can ready for him. Like, go ahead, bro. Move in.
He's about to take his Medicaid, so he better do something quick, bro.
For real, man.
I just have to prove what is it? Employment.
Yeah. You gotta be working at least 80 days.
I don't know, man. It's fucking insane, dude. They're trying to cut that shit. They're talking about the big beautiful bill. We talked about it last time.
Yeah.
But man, you know what, dude? I have no idea. I know recently with the Supreme Court, they're shooting down all his shit.
Yeah.
The arguments for that. Have you been paying into that? They're
I've seen like a few things here and there, a few articles where they're basically being like laughed out of court. Like, are you serious?
Everyone
right
on
now?
the bench is like, I would be embarrassed
Yeah.
to bring this to the Supreme Court. Like, you're not even arguing about birthright citizenship. You're arguing about the what's it called? The judges can put
nationwide
injunctions.
Injunctions, yes. Thank you.
So basically, when the law goes through and the judge anywhere in the U.S. says
Shoots
that
it down.
doesn't,
Yeah.
That's in Constitution, it shoots it down for everyone in the world, in America, and they're trying to fight that. And it's just like, and they asked him, so like, how would this solve that? Oh, well, anybody who's affected by that law can just sue the government, and if they win, it doesn't apply to them. And they're like, so you have to do that for everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone that law's affected has to make a class action lawsuit?
Yeah.
They're like, that's absurd. Nothing would ever get done.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing too. Like they're harboring on they're yelling about this, saying like, oh, like we want this to go away. What happens when it's reversed? Because the same thing could happen, right? Like they could be like, oh, we're saying like abortions are legal everywhere now, and then like they're like, no, you can't do that. It's like, well, everybody who doesn't want people to get an abortion have to do file a suit themselves, like.
Yeah, they don't. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they haven't thought that through, because even they asked him. I think it was Roberts, Judge Roberts. I don't remember the names. Was like, so what exactly happens when a baby's born here?
Yeah.
From parents who are immigrants, like how does that process happen? Where do they get paperwork? They were just refused to issue a birth certificate. Where do they go through? So, well, you have to show proof that the parents are born here, and they're like, So every single parent ever, like, how does this work? Like,
is it retrospective?
Is there like a agency to handle this? Like, it's gonna back up. So this baby won't have a certificate for what, 3 months, weeks, a month?
Essentially be nationless.
Yeah, sovereign babies.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
they'll be
what's gonna happen?
like Ronin, like samurai without a emperor.
What will these babies do? Like, that is absurd. It's like wandering non-nation babies. I don't know. It's crazy. Like, it's absurd. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And the arguments were just so stupid. Like, it was very much like, I was very frustrated. I'm like, turn this shit off. And they shut him down, obviously. I think they chose a very, like, whatever excuse to shut it down, like some technicality. But regardless, they're gonna have to figure something out because they're just trying to bypass it. They legit asked him, so if you don't like the ruling, at what point does it, like, the Supreme Court ruling matter? If you're blocking these other judges that don't give a shit, like, you don't care about their ruling, you want it to go to the Supreme Court, it's like, why do you care about our ruling not compared to theirs? We're both federal judges. You know what I mean?
My thing, when you said like they gave a whatever ruling, I personally do not like that. I don't like this, like,
why they don't just nip it in the bud.
Well,
right?
no, just humiliate these people. Just be like, I would be embarrassed to be call myself a lawyer. You should be disbarred. Get the hell out of here. Stop wasting my goddamn time. You know, like, go off on them.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
It really does need to be. I don't know, man. They really need to evaluate. I don't know, man. It just seems so stupid, some of these arguments, and they're just trying to slip by. And I think they were just banking on the the judges that
the
Trump
conservative judges
that he put in to, like, come in and, like, like the Thomas Clarence obviously voted for it. Alito voted for it because they're spineless bastards. They don't give a shit. I mean, they're on their way out. He's 75 years old. He doesn't give a shit. He's just trying to get another yacht or RV. I think that was the whole joke on John Oliver's show. Where they're offering, like, get
him an RV if he steps out.
We will give you this $200,000 RV.
I think there's an episode this season where he was like, well, by the way, that offer is off the table.
And because he's been doing all this crazy shit for free shit.
Yeah, for donors, essentially.
It's stupid. So he somehow said, yeah, that sounds about right. Alito said, yeah, sure. And literally 7 other judges were like, no, this is
ridiculous.
Dumb as shit. Like, this is the dumbest shit I ever heard. And even with the big beautiful bill, they got shut down.
I heard it
in the committee.
It didn't get enough votes.
They didn't get enough votes.
Which fucking
Republicans were. I wouldn't give them too much crap. TikTok comments were saying that they did it because they wanted more cuts to Medicare.
Oh, of course.
Which I think makes more sense.
Course,
I'm gonna choose to believe that they just thought, hey, Medicare's off the table, because it's true. I mean, you've seen Republican.
It will destroy Republican states if they.
It really would. I think. I mean, they would probably find a way. I think it would wake up a lot of moderates that are still voting that way. Like, whoa, this is.
Or they'll just blame Biden anyway. I don't know.
Either way, they'll be out in the street. I don't know. Or they just die from not having medical fucking insurance, dude. I don't know.
Biden's eating his mint chocolate chip. Yeah.
I don't know. It's absurd. A lot of Republican senators are like, or representatives are like, we're not touching Medicare. Like, it's insane. And then you have, like, I think you are starting to see a bit of a split where they're just like, bro. And then, you saw what happened lately with the U.S.'s credit rating. We lost credit points, apparently. Freecredit.com said that we're down.
Yeah. Credit Karma issued a new statement. They got the email in, like, hey.
CreditWise texted me, hey, your score has moved. FICO, right?
Yeah, your FICO score.
We're down, dude. We're down from...
Yeah, because it's not safe anymore, you know?
No, like, they said they blamed, I think one of the biggest things was the tax bill from 2017. The new tax system they got on, and then what they're trying to implement now, where they're trying to reduce pay on overtime, which is not true. There's no free pay on overtime. They said that if you make overtime, you won't get taxed on the half of the time and a half, and even then you still get taxed, but they just give you a deduction at the end of the year. It's not actually like free taxes.
And you know what's very, like, funny? They could just take away overtime completely. They could just be like, we're not going to tax overtime, because guess what? It doesn't exist. Get back to the mines, bro.
We're going to raise it. Federal overtime to 50 hours.
Exactly.
Hours.
You know, like, it so quickly they could just dismantle everything that they use to, like, help, like, the common man.
Yeah.
You know? But
nah, man, they love us, bro. They would never do that to us.
Yeah.
A billionaire who who became a billionaire by taking advantage of his labor force is gonna stop all that immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
And
then trickle down all over us.
Right. Trickle all over her face.
Exactly.
Please. But anyways, speaking of department heads of departments, I don't know if you heard of RFK. You know,
I thought you were about to just say speaking of head. I was like,
speaking of head, one guy with a worm in his head, RFK, the head of the health organization. What is he? HSS? Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, sure.
Homeland Healthcare. Apparently,
do any of these acronyms mean anything?
Apparently, he got in trouble because he went swimming in like a lake or a river.
I saw a picture
in
of
New
that.
York.
Yeah,
and they're like, bro, the sewers go right into that. What are you doing? And like, he took his like nephews or something, his grandkids, and they're just like, get the fuck out of that's contaminated water, bro. Like,
as someone who grew up in Jersey and went to New York a lot and Jersey a lot, you do not want to look at the. You don't, bro.
Yeah, I can imagine the smell.
Inhaling the scent of the water is not good for you.
You know what that is? It's the worm in his brain doing the cordyceps. You know, like when the ants where it makes them go to the highest leaf to like spread their germs. It's the worm in his brain saying, "Please reproduce me. I need a mate, motherfucker.
Create more.
Bring me a female.
Bring your
worm."
nephew.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
No, it's absurd, dude. And he straight up said in an interview when they were investigating him. Not interview. It was at some kind of meeting. They're like, I don't expect anybody to take
health advice from me.
Health advice from me, medical advice from me. And I'm like, you are the head of fucking medicine,
like the medical agency in our government. Why would we not?
Don't take. What do you mean? What does that mean?
You saw his jump scare? Like
when
protesters came in.
Also, my boy Ben and Jerry. Ben, wasn't he one of them? One of the protesters?
Was he one of the protesters?
He got pulled out of there.
Oh, my boy Ben.
Yeah, he got arrested. I don't think he got arrested. I think he just got pulled out of there when he was talking about Gaza and Israel and all that. But they scared the shit out of him because he thought they came in busting talking about protesting. Yeah,
the cons were like, he thought he was about to end up like his uncle and his dad. Yo, like
the man got scared for real. He was like,
you could see like,
he got really scared.
Yeah,
like, hey, man. I mean,
but. If you are scared enough to where like you think that might happen, like maybe you're not doing the right thing, you know? Like
maybe something ain't going on here, bro. Maybe you're not doing the right thing. I agree completely.
Yeah.
I don't know. These people are crazy, man. I don't. Hopefully, these next 3 years go by quick.
Yeah. Or the worm spreads to the rest of it and just murks them all, takes them all out.
Just leave, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you clearly don't want to be here.
I'm saying
you don't want to do it. I don't. All this push for like, and I'm for, man. I truly am for like at-home remedies if they're proven to work. Let's say
holistic medicine.
If it's like, you know, I think you need to understand the limits.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you know. Drinking ginger root, right? It's gonna help your upset stomach, of course. And if you don't want to take medication, drink that, dude. Of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're sleepy, drink some chamomile tea or whatever, sleepy tea, like instead of taking sleeping pills. But understand that like these active ingredients come from somewhere, right? It is just a concentrated form of whatever is naturally out there. And to say that it's big pharma this, big pharma that, I don't believe in that. I mean, yes, there is a lot of power in lobbying for certain things, right?
Yes.
But I don't think it's like I don't understand. I don't believe the concept of like the cure for cancer's out there. They just don't want to find it, you know. Which I mean, why not? They would sell that shit,
like
for the $100,000.
Do you think once they find the cure, like cancer will
everything
cease to
else
exist?
goes?
Like,
they would be billionaires.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You're telling me if they could sell fucking what's his name, fucking from Apple,
Tim Apple?
No,
Tim Cook,
the original
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, because he died of pancreatic cancer and he refused. He's a billionaire. Yeah. I don't understand why he wouldn't, whatever. And he died of his, you know, because he was pursuing more holistic ways of treatment.
So crazy. Like, yes, garlic reduces inflammation. I wouldn't eat garlic to remove jaundice from my system. Like, Jesus.
I agree, man. I don't know. There's power and stuff like that, man, but it's not. I think a lot of it too is just like mental, like the nocebo effect or whatever, placebo. Yeah, but there's another one, it's placebo, and there's nocebo, which I can't. I know placebo is one where they give you a pill and they tell you the symptoms and then you feel the symptoms, and then the other one is I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't remember what it is, but it's like the opposite of that. They give you a pill and tell you it doesn't do anything,
and it does do something.
And it does do something. Yeah,
Huh.
and they want to see, I guess, how strong you mentally would like.
That is interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, it's that I know the brain is very powerful, right?
Psychosomatic is the thing.
It's really strong. Yeah, but it's not. You need medication, dude. You need whatever. Anyways, I forgot what the fuck I was going for that. The nocivo thing fucked me up. But my thing is, it's such a, to say big pharma is just pulling money. When you look at the money, right? Holistic medicine is like a $6 billion industry versus like pharmacies are $3 billion. There's way more. I think it's $9 billion for holistic. It's 3 times more profitable to be selling snake oil than actual medicine. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta understand, man. Some people just out here literally selling essential oils.
It's straight hustling, bro. Straight hustling.
And they're just relying a lot on that willpower, the want to
get better,
and I think it's fucked up, man. I don't know. I think it's a fucked system overall. There's no good
person in this.
This is all just sucks.
Yeah, except the like one hippie that's just selling like weed.
Just smoke weed.
Yeah, like bro. I don't know if this will help, but it makes me feel better.
Look, man, just eat some shrooms, meet God, come to your
like you knock on like
senses.
On the side of his like Volkswagen van. It's like, "Suh, dude."
Yeah.
Like, heard you had a headache, dude.
That's it. I got you, bro.
Exactly.
You. Yeah, I don't know. It's all fucked. But we're here, goddammit.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
For how long, I don't know, but we're here now.
In the country, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like dreading that citizenship interview.
Oh my God. When is that? Do I need to be concerned?
I have no idea.
I'm accepting applications for a co-host. Or we might just do it remotely permanently, you know?
It might just be, we'll just fly out, bro. We'll do 6 months worth of content.
And for real, there you go. Yeah, release it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Timeless.
Timeless, dude. Yeah. Straight live from Monterrey, bro.
Right. Yeah, that's the rich part of Mexico, from what I've been told.
Monterrey is so fucking expensive.
There you go.
So bougie. Yeah. I know I'm definitely gonna need some. Start a Patreon. Like, this isn't even for the podcast. This is so I can buy food.
I just need help.
Yeah,
I need to survive, guys. GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, man.
But I think that is all the time we have for today.
I think so, man. Yeah, guys. I think we're gonna call it here. It's a little shorter than normal, but we still had a good time, man.
Yeah, we still had a good time, and half of you don't have the attention span to sit through the whole thing.
Yeah,
so,
most people don't watch past like 15 minutes anyway, so we'll be all right. That's why I put the categories.
The timestamps.
Skip around.
Well, 15 minutes is like the goal, from what I've been told with the YouTube algorithm. Ooh. 15 minutes, and you got that retention. That's like we got you.
I've been trying, and then with the last one where I just put the picture of that Pope holding up, what is it, like a Chicago hot dog?
A glizzy.
That's got like the most thumbnail clicks compared to.
Hey, man.
I think we're just gonna go to that.
The Pope with a glizzy, bro.
Yeah, Pope with 2 glizzies. Yeah.
Every single one's gonna be a Pope with something else in his hand.
Yeah. The papas, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Papas y platica. Is that why we got the clicks? Because they thought it was Papa. Like...
Oh, snap. Yo, facts, though.
No. Nah,
we clickbaited without knowing.
Clickbaited, yeah.
Hey,
and we still got 15 views.
Maybe we just lean into it. We just start wearing Pope robes every day.
Outfits, yeah. I think that's the move.
There you go.
I'll be Mr. Potato Head. You be a Pope.
I don't know where the potato head came from.
A papa, bro.
You can be a cardinal, bro. You don't go straight like a papa.
Potato papas.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for joining us today. Thank you for sticking through the whole video, because I know you stayed through the whole video.
Of course, man.
And liking, subscribing, sharing with everybody, and all that other good stuff. Anything you'd like to say, Monster?
Yeah, man. I love y'all.
Love y'all. Take it easy. Peace.